Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Adventure Channel. Just give me a couple minutes here. I'm still just getting set up for some late breaking news that all of you will be very interested to hear. Not so much good news because as of right now, Housing is Key is officially coming to an end for new applicants. So just give me a minute here. We're going to get finished setting up and we will get started. I know it takes YouTube a while to alert everybody, let people know that I am on live. And so we will go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and share this link out. And also, if you guys happen to hear my microphone cut out, I'm just having some technical difficulties, so it isn't you. I need to fix that. I don't know why my computer's been doing that the past few months. Well, when I start using StreamYard, it I don't know. It's like it unplugs my mic and a couple other things, my mouse and everything, and then I have to wait for a few seconds. So if you hear me cut off for that reason, just give me back a few seconds and then everything will be up and running again. But there it goes again. All right, it seems to be working. Applicants, January. All right, so here we go. There was just technical difficulties. So just wanted to give you guys some late breaking news. I've been in contact with one of my contacts, and they informed me today that they had a Zoom meeting called with the lawyers that represent Housing is Key. And what's going on is it is officially ending on January 31st for new applicants. So, however, if you are already have a pending application or if you've already grandfathered in, meaning you signed up. I really hope people haven't waited to the last second to sign up, but I definitely know that that kind of thing happens. Few other things that they also discuss with me is that some of these lawyers, the attorneys for Housing is Key, was able to pair up tenants with a number of different lawyers and resolve some of their tenant issues. So you guys know I've been in. It's taken me a while to try to even find a lawyer that would represent people in regards to this. As you guys know, there is a $10,000 penalty for landlord harassment, so it's been really difficult to even find a landlord for people. All right, should be back. Can you guys hear me? Should be coming in loud and clear right now. One second. I'm going to go ahead and share my other screen. All right, so I'm back. And so, what's going on currently right now with Housing is Key? As I was talking to an affiliate of mine's, and as I was saying earlier, that they do have a lawyer. The Housing is Key lawyers were present today. Excuse me, that they were present today during a Zoom call, and I was able to get a few of the screenshots in regards to the meeting. But apparently, Housing is Key is ending on January 11th for brand new people. So if you are already if you are existing or if you already have an account, obviously this doesn't really pertain to you. However, this will affect individuals going forward if they do have or if they have not already filed for those circumstances. So let me go ahead and pull up some photos here. And let me go ahead and get this downloaded. I had everything ready, but I just had to switch computers here on the fly. And let me go ahead and extract. All right, so let's take a look at the first screenshot here. I haven't had a chance to look at all of these. I have looked at some of them. All right, so here's the first one. Rent increases under RSO. Under normal circumstances, tenants covered by RSO can only receive one rent increase between 3 to 8% every 12 months. Under the City of Los Angeles COVID protections, landlords cannot increase rent until after 1 year after the local emergency period expires. So this pertains to COVID and landlords trying to increase rent. So apparently they are under certain obligations where they cannot increase rent even after housing is key ends. Now, I do believe once this does end, they may be able to submit or give you guys a 3-day notice. However, again, if you are already enrolled in housing is key, then apparently this does not apply to you. But I'm going to give everybody some additional information because they are asking everybody to reach out to these particular individuals. I'm not sure what their affiliation is with these government offices. However, if you do flood their boxes, the chances are they may extend this rent period for the housing is key. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Yeah, it ends in 11 days, so January 31st. So I'm being corrected here. It ends January 31st, not January 11th. All right, so let's go ahead and pull up the next issue here. All right, next slide. Landlords are prohibited from doing the following acts if done to harass tenant. So taking away services provided. I think some of us have kind of covered a lot of these things, but just kind of going over these things here. Refusing to do so or refusing to do required repairs, they can't refuse you to do that. Entering the apartment without proper notice, threatening a tenant with physical harm, attempting to coerce the tenant to move out with offers of payments. So I wonder if this also applies to that cash for keys things. I know a lot of people have received offers from their landlords for their cash for keys. So I believe this does fall under harassment, attempting to coerce the tenants to move out with offers of payments, using lies or intimidation intended to make a tenant move out. There's been a number of those where landlords have reached out to tenants telling them housing is key was ending. I remember a lot of people got that at the end of September, beginning of October. So make sure you guys keep all those receipts. That'll come in handy for you. I'm just going to leave that here on the screen in case you guys want to screenshot any of that. I'm just getting the next one already. Uh, Intentionally disturbing a tenant's peace and quiet. I'm sure a lot of you have gone through that as well. And again, this information was provided for by the lawyers from the Housing is Key program. And the cool thing is this is in Spanish as well. All right, let me bring on the next slide for you. Repayment of rent. Tenants will have up to 12 months following the end of the declaration of local emergency or until May 1st, 2023 to repay back any back rent, whichever date comes first. Tenants are encouraged to notify their landlord of their ability to pay rent, share if they have applied for rental assistance, and keep copies of all communications. Tenants and landlords are not required to work out a repayment plan. Landlords are prohibited from charging late fees, interest, or other additional costs of missed rent. So that's some more good information for those of you out there benefiting from this program. And let me just get the next slide here ready. Let's see. I think we've covered this. Oh, we haven't seen this one. All right. RSO violations. HCIDLA investigations and enforcement divisions investigates tenants, complaints, and violations of the RSO. Divisions. Oh, that's all in Spanish. Rent increase. Types of complaints will be rent increases, evictions, reduction of housing services, illegal buyout agreements, unregistered units, non-posting of RSO notification, rent payment exclusively online, electronic transfer, relocation assistance. So reduction of housing of services, illegal buyout agreements. So this pertains to, again, I believe some of the cash for keys offer that some of you guys have had. A lot of landlords have been using that as a buyout tactic. You guys can leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm not sure if there's any other type of buyout agreements, but I believe it pertains primarily to that one. So here comes the next slide. Tenant anti-harassment ordinance. I'll leave this here on the screen for you guys to screenshot. The Tahoe protections apply to all residential tenants in the city of LA, regardless of whether the unit is subject to the rent stabilization ordinance. What does it do? Defines and codifies illegal harassment activities, a landlord's knowing and willful course of conduct directed at a specific tenant that seriously alarms or annoys the tenant that serves no legitimate purpose. Toughen civil and criminal penalties for landlords who are harassing tenants. Now, you guys have heard me discuss here on the channel before. There is a $10,000 fine for every landlord who harasses you. I mean, they're basically a walking bank at that point. Um, but this is the first I've actually seen it where they are listing that it is a criminal penalty for landlords to harass tenants. So make sure you guys document and record everything, because there's a lot of that going on. In fact, I know several people in the city of Santa Clarita. They had landlords, and they didn't care. Back in 2020, they told them they needed to pay their rent no matter what, and they were going to evict them. So there's a lot of landlords out there. If I knew the guy's name, I'd mention it, but I don't, because some guys I used to work with, they said that's what they were subjected to. They had to hurry up and pay their rent. It was like four guys sharing an apartment, and the landlord didn't care. And this was like back in April or May of 2020. So that was right up at the cusp of the COVID breakdown. Let's see here. Go ahead and get some more screenshots for you guys. So again, all this information is beneficial to you because this information came directly from the lawyers from Housing is Key, and apparently, uh, one of the individuals I spoke to, you get paired up with an attorney, and they help you resolve some of these issues. All right, let's see here. Is this the? I think this is another one here. I had all this stuff ready, but I had to switch computers. All right, report a violation. Tenants in RSO apartments can report a violation to HCIDLA. Call this phone number if you guys want to go ahead and screenshot that. To learn more about your rights and protections, there's all the information that you need to get there. I've called some attorneys myself just to get some more information. A lot of them told me they were busy. And a lot of them also didn't know about that $10,000 penalty as well either. Do I live in a unit under rent stabilization ordinance? Contact the Los Angeles Housing Department to find out if you live in an RSO rent controlled unit. There's your information there. And then the last bit of piece of information I definitely want to share with all of you. Let me see if this is it. You know what? I think I'm missing a slide. I think I'm missing a slide there. Let me see here. Okay, I'll come back to this one in just a second because this is the most important one here. All right, this is the most important one, so I'll come back to that one. Refusing to accept. I'm not sure if this is a continuation. This is just another screenshot that I have here. Refusing to accept rent payment. This is probably under harassment. Inquiring the immigration or citizenship status of a tenant. Threatening to disclose immigration citizenship status information about a tenant. Threatening to disclose tenant information to a government agency to influence them to move. So if you have an undocumented immigrant or family member staying with you and they know that your landlord, they're prohibited from doing any of this. Engaging in any activity prohibited by federal, state, or local housing anti discrimination laws. Threatening, interfering with tenant organization activities, interfering with a tenant's right to privacy. So, if you guys have been speaking to your landlords and they've been asking you for your housing is key information and stuff, you don't have to give them jack. As far as I know, you sign up for the program, the landlord signs up, all that stuff is documented, but you don't have to show them anything. That's all privacy, and that's why a lot of landlords have been asking people for their status and other information because they can't get it themselves. So there is a privacy issue, and if they have uh, been violating the law, then you can get them for that as well, based upon my understanding. All right, so here's some additional information. This is one thing that I definitely wanted to show you guys a little earlier. These are the people that you need to contact if you want to do something. Contact your supervisor. So these are their Facebook or Twitter handles here. Apparently, they've been asked to people on the call said flood their inboxes, DM them if you want to get this law changed to have them extend housing is key beyond January 31st. So, but again, if you are brand new, this really affects you. If you've already grandfathered in, then housing is key still is taking care of you up until well, whenever they decide to end it. But as far as new applications, if you want them to extend it, these are the individuals that you need to contact. I don't have a way of copying and pasting this. Make sure you guys take a screenshot of this. So you have your Facebook handle for Hilda Solis, Twitter, and Instagram. These are all your county supervisors who are overseeing this project. But I'm glad I got this information today. Again, I'm sorry that this was really impromptu. I'm going to try to cut out and edit a lot of this. I need to fix my other computer, but this is really surprising to a lot of people. This is the first uh, note or first piece of information that we got that they're ending anything because last time I've heard, I was watching Christian Walsh on the Wire Associates. Um, I think he calculated that there was $1 billion used and it still had like another $3 billion to go, something like that that was already set aside for housing is key. So again, this is the first time I'm hearing that the program is coming to an end. I may do a follow up to this, but I just wanted to jump on really quickly and give you guys all this pertinent information so you guys could go ahead and do something about it. But let me know what your comments and thoughts are below in the comment section of this video. I'm sure there's going to be some other follow ups as well. I'm going to make some other phone calls to some real estate agents that I know, make sure they're passing out this information. But yeah, this is it, guys. So make sure you do your due diligence. Yeah, landlords can be held civilly. Remember, $10,000 fine per. Well, it's a $10,000 penalty for landlords harassing you. I just gave you guys a lot of the information. If you are subscribed, I don't have a Facebook group that's dedicated to this. But what I will do is I'll put this on my public Facebook page, our public Facebook page, some of these documents on the Angelica and TJ Adventure channel, so that way you guys can access this publicly because I don't have uh, like a Facebook group or something. But you guys could go ahead and get that information there, and I hope you guys enjoy. Please consider subscribing. Again, sorry for the hiccup here. I'll go ahead and get that fixed. But until then, I'll catch you guys later. You guys all have a great night. Bye bye.